everybody, Melissa Sorrentino, the Improv Sophisticate. I want to talk today about being the same when no one is watching. This is sort of like a heavy morality thing that people can believe in, and I actually do. I believe in that, and I try to practice that as best I can, but I want to talk about it in terms of improv. And particularly, I think it's a very important point to make that when you play, I recommend that you play the same, whether you're in a room with two people at 12:30 a.m. or whether you're in a gigantic filled auditorium at, 8 o'clock showtime on a Saturday night, sold out, someplace fabulous. I have absolutely no reason whatsoever to believe the opposite would in any way be helpful to anyone. Now, I understand that sometimes people have this idea that you're wasting. Like, if you use good energy, you're wasting it. I totally disagree. I think, I believe in energy begets more energy. So to me, the more you play, the better you're going to get. And the more you write, the better you're going to get at writing. The more you paint, the better you're going to get at painting. If there's something in people, I made another video and I talked about use it or don't lose it. There's this idea, are you afraid? I don't really understand. Are you afraid that you won't, that you'll use a character that's awesome and then you'll feel like you burned that character and then you can't do it again? Or are you afraid that you'll have a funny joke that's going to come up and then you'll be like, oh shoot, I should have saved that for when more people were there? Or are you afraid you're going to have your best show that you ever had and then you're going to go, to your deathbed going, oh, in 19-whatever-22, I wish that I would have had more people in that room when I did that one show. And then that's going to be your last thought before you die. Because to me, the only way that's going to be your last thought before you die is if you never do anything between that point and now. So, and also there's not really considering the fact that, maybe this show was great because there was nobody there. Maybe you need to get those reps in without an audience, without all that extra pressure, so that when you do get a big audience, they're ready to see you. But here's a fact, you guys, and this is just an absolute fact of life. Okay, you know what? I'm old enough to say, Mama gonna tell you something. And this is the truth, my friends. Life goes up and it goes down. And when it's up, it's gonna go down again. And when it's down, it's gonna go up again. As long as you keep going, as long as you keep going, keep going, keep going. And my recommend is that if you get into a room, you take a little piece of advice from this scenario. God, I'm torn about name dropping. Honestly, I would love comments. If you guys want to comment about whether or not you think I should name drop, I'm curious. I know a lot of people think it's terrible. A lot of people think it's awesome. And for me, I don't know what I think. Honestly, I'm not judgmental. So if you're going to be talking to me and you're going to name drop, I'll be like, I don't think I'll think whether or not I think it's cool or not. I don't think it would occur to me. I'd just be listening to the story. So, your opinion's on that. But I certainly don't want to in any way, just because of the fact that I've been, blessed and lucky enough to have been in situations where I did work to get there. But, that's why I went to Hollywood and sacrificed all my, everything conventional that I could have done with my life, is so I could get next to people that rock. And people that rock eventually end up being people that are widely heard of. So that's just the way that is. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna name drop. I think he would. And he would literally say, quote, "Fuck it." That would be his quote. And the name I want to say is Miles Stroth. Wow. Okay, Miles Stroth. Hi, Miles. It's Melissa. How are you? Anyway, so Miles runs the Pack Theater. He and Brian James O'Connell are fucking amazing. And Brian was actually Brian is kind of like Miles's protege, and Miles is the mentor. And this occurrence happened somewhere in the very beginning seed time of the two of them starting to kind of like connect. This might have even been a little bit prior to, them actually even knowing each other. I'm not totally sure. I wouldn't time map that. But the point is this. Okay, God, I'm glad that's out of the way. And honestly, I'm just gonna name drop from now on and never address it again. So, that's the key. Unless your comments say, "Oh my God, Melissa, I hate you." I'll probably do it anyway because I need to toughen up, people. Okay, so I'm in the Dick Box, the Andy Dick Theater, the back room at iOS, which is no longer there. And Miles was doing a show, and it was just a 2-person late night show. I don't remember who it was with. Isn't that terrible? But there were a lot of nights like that. But it was kind of like, oh God, Miles Strauss is going to be in the back room. This is amazing. And so we went back there, and I may be exaggerating if I said there were 4 people. There may have been 2, me and one other person, like literally. There may have been 4. I don't know. But the thing is, Miles, I'm sure whoever he was playing with probably asked him to, and he's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll play. So he went back there, and he opened with, I feel like crying. This is actually quite moving. And it's a testament to how kick-ass this man is. But he was, I wish I could even just like show you guys a clip of it. But basically, he was like in very good spirits and upbeat about it. But he seemed a little disappointed. He was kind of like, there's really nobody here. And then he's like, well, you know what? We're going to do a kick-ass show anyway. And he goes, you know what? Fuck them. Fuck anybody that isn't here because they're about to miss something really fucking awesome. So we're doing this. And then he kind of like strutted across the little stage, sat in a chair, and proceeded to entertain the motherfuck out of at least me. And I was just like, note to self. I never forgot it, and I never will. And I used to see a group of totally amazing improvisers play at Second City, and when it was in the Improv back on Hollywood Boulevard. And that was a group called the 313, and literally there would be me and occasionally my husband. Sometimes, at least once, it was just me in the audience, and they still gave me a show. Unbelievable. But this is a testament. If there was nobody in that room, they would play the same. And I totally believe that if you always I call it upping your idol. I don't know if I'll title this video Upping Your Idol or not, or maybe I'll actually Upping Your Idol has a little bit more twist to it. So I'm going to leave that for another day. But right now, all I want to talk about is just this. And I don't want to leave you with that. Be the same when no one is watching. The more you do that, the more you strengthen who you are. Let's connect this to life very briefly. One of the reasons I'm doing these videos is because I'm dressed and ready to go as if I'm shooting videos anyway. I mean, for me to do this, I put a little setup in my front room. I'm doing tweakings and I'm learning, and I would like to like up my game. I would like to actually up my whole life to like boom, 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 more and more so that I can get, good mics and I'd like to eventually invite people over and do like a little two-handers, kind of like I did with Ben. But so my sights are always there, and I'll be very happy if the blessings roll in so that I'm able to do more things. But the truth is this, I dress the way I dress every day. My hair looks kind of like shit today, but I'm going to go out with my hair looking like this. I always wear earrings when I'm alone, and I put on a full face. I always do. I did not used to do this, but it occurred to me, I go, I'm a person too. When I walk by a mirror, I want to see myself look nice. There's no reason to treat other people so much better than I treat myself. And then isn't it the whole, if you're not filled, you can't share with other people because you're not filled. So I got to fill myself up. And that's one of the things I do. I'm trying to up my game over and across the board. But I'm proud that my game at just idle is half decent. You know, if you knock on my door in the middle of the day and I go to run to the door, you're not going to usually find me in my pajamas at 3 p.m. And there was an era in my life when you would have. And I would be like, it's almost like you're fronting. And that's no fun, because then that actually takes knocks from your self-esteem. And you go, am I full of shit or am I legitimate? And for me, I want to be legitimate, whether nobody's home, which is most of the time, or people are home. And that is very important to me. So adding that to your improv is going to totally improve not just your game in improv, but your attitude. And then the special, wonderful treat is you won't be thrown if there's nobody there. And you won't be thrown if there's somebody there. And even if one solitary soul showed up for your show, don't they deserve to be entertained? Even all the more? Okay, that's what I'm going to leave you with, guys. Peace out. Talk to you later.